YouTube. It is Damien. It is The Return. It's episode 82 of The Return. And today we have got the Club World Cup knockout stage for as long as it goes for. We're here in the quarterfinal against CEC, which is Cruz Azero in the Brazilian leagues. Obviously a team that is not too bad. They top Group B, and that's who we got seeded against. And there we go. In terms of how they got through here in Group B, if you go down to the Club World Cup, they have not won both their games, a goal difference of 10. They beat Al Said. They beat them 2-0 before beating the African champions in Stellenbosch 10-0, 8-0, and has a goal difference of 10. There you go. We're obviously a different kettle of fish, and it's pretty easy tie considering what we got through. Big news is Real Madrid got knocked out by Flamengo in the group stage, which is massive. So Flamengo definitely maybe a dark horse to watch out for. But yeah, so what we're going to do is going to play the quarterfinal. If we get through that, see the draw, then do the semi. If we get through that, do the final, and hopefully we just win the whole thing. It'll be great. But there's some teams in here that definitely need to look out for. Big news for ourselves is that Johnny Raz is suspended for this game here, but we are going to rotate this team around a lot as well. Johnny Raz is going to come in. Savas obviously going to do a job. I'm also going to fully rotate the team. You know, we're going to have Zhong on one side and Tosin coming in on the other. Prefer these two to be the other way around as well. Beto is going to come in. Mori's going to come in for this one here as well. Adranzinho is going to come out. I'm going to get in Niles on one side, Juan Gomila on the other. I'm going to get Andre Martins in the hole with Hadzic out. I'm going to bring in Trincayo for this one. The goal is going to miss out only because he needs a rest. He's buggered. I actually am struggling on that side. We got Manio coming in, and then Fabio Silva's going to come out for Gareth. As you can see, a lot of the lads are like this game's 2 days after the last game, a day and a bit. I've fully rested everybody, but like even then they haven't come up for it. So I have gone to rotate this game around here, which we have done. But yeah, so there's some lads that aren't fit, and there's some lads that are fit. There's no one here that I can pick up. A few lads have come back from loans as well. Mommy's come back. Rabded's come back and is interested in a few clubs straight away. And yeah, there's a few lads here still on the loan list and that we will get to in another episode that isn't as important. I think the one that you really need to keep your eye on is Ori actually grew into a 3-star player, which is leading for us, and he has that potential. So definitely think I'll loan him out again, and if he hits this potential, could definitely play for us with that 20 determination. You just never know how a guy with 20 determination grows. Anyhow, I think we're going to fully rotate. It's this position here that I'm worried about is like, what do I do here? Who do I really have legs on that can play? So, yeah. But we'll be okay. So, hopefully, we just get ahead in the game. We can rest Manio and bring in probably I risk Fabio Silva and get Gareth out there or something. Anyway, we're going to go Mori, Savas Aaron, Tosin Todd, and Beto. Gomila with Niles, who definitely moved straight into a deeper line playmaker. Trincayo, who scored that won the goal, obviously. Martins, Manio, and Gareth Wilson. That won the goal, obviously, that kept the save alive a long time ago. Anyhow, see how we go, and hopefully we'll be A-OK. I think we will be okay as well, and you just never know. In the end, we are going to go with against a 4-2-2 side. Their best player by memory is going to be Paldani, is one of them, and by memory it was someone else as well. No, it was Paldani. And they've got Gomez as their manager, which is really cool to see, the old Watford goalkeeper. And Mateus is a name that I remember being decent, that you could pick him up in Football Manager. It looks okay, but like their squad's not bad, it's okay, but even our reserve side should still be good enough with the likes of Gareth, the likes of Andre Martins, Gomila. We should be okay here to beat a decent Brazilian side. They're not Flamengo, so Flamengo would give me a lot more worries here if we had to go into this game slightly undermanned. Anyway, we are going to go and press him because that's what we do. Score prediction in the chat for how we're going to go. I've been told he's fit enough to play Niles, and obviously I'd rather have him available, but believe in the team is selected. I do need to move Miles into a deeper line playmaker. He definitely plays a lot better like that. We're in the white here, and CEC are going to wear their red. I don't mind being in the white. It is an early highlight here, and it's Ademore with the ball, and he goes back to Belletti. And away we go. Got to be an interesting game, this one here. Mr. Shadow or Rodzi, who obviously the new outro, if you haven't seen it, stick to the end of the episode. The outro will be there again. I'm going to use it for the foreseeable future, that's for sure. Very clean. Mr. Shadow, or Rodzi as he's known in the Discord, if you're on the Discord, produced it. Anyway, Valtseri's ball in is blocked, and Trincayo finds Niles, and Niles here. But great ball out the Manio. He's a bit unfit coming back from injury, but he beats one and he's away. And look how many people around him, and he beats them all, and in the end, he's put that one just wide. I am, before not too long, going to move Niles before I forget into this deeper line role. Just on support, definitely plays a lot better like that. And when we used to play a 4-3-3, we're really good. Burger Breath reckons I'm going to win 75-32. I'll tell you what, if I do that, I'll risk my entire Twitch career by doing some stupid stuff on Twitch. Why not? I don't know. Anyway, Beto picks it up. Good ball in the Niles. And that's a sweeping ball in a Manio. And yeah, Manio gets to the byline, beats a couple in the end. It's a great goal from Alessandro. He just beats his man. Yet again, though, that's why I have, A, missed using Niles. B, have felt bad for Niles. Because when he does play, he does some amazing things. He's just, compared to what we've got, just first time left foot, thanks for coming. We always, when we used to play a 4-3-3 with Niles as the deep line playmaker, or the 4-4-2, he just used to do that for fun. Pick a ball up first time, pick up the pass, game over. Especially in the 4-2-2 or the 4-2-2 we used to use. Anyhow, 1-0 up here against the CEC side is actually keeping the ball superbly well. We are on a very heavy possession-based system, and we are struggling out there to keep it. Anyway, Aaron's ball finds Martin, who doesn't beat his man, but gets a second bite at the cherry. Niles now picks it up. His ball into Savas Aaron, the Dutch international. And Niles finds Andre Martins. Juan Gomila knows how to hit him from distance, and there he goes and puts it wide. And hopefully we'll be A-OK and find another goal. But at the moment, even though we're on a lower tempo with some shorter passing, we are really struggling for the ball. And that's not like a mess side. We are creating the better chances of the two teams, but I am someone that does like a lot of possession football. Anyway, time ticking towards half-time. CEC definitely showing that they are a very capable side here and haven't been blown out the water. We have had 12 shots, though. We're 1-0 up. I would have loved to have been 2 or 3 goals up and we could just take the Manio off right now, but we can't really. In the end, though, we are still only 1-0 to the good. I was going to tell us to get creative here, try and get a second, but hopefully we don't need to do that as Beto's on the ball. Down this left-hand side, finds one Gomila, good ball in the Andre Martins, and he finds Beto. We got numbers. In the end, Gareth knocks down Niles, finds Savas Aaron, good ball in, cleared away, sort of. Trincao's there, and he's hitted it over. Or Trincao. And yeah, still 1-0 to the good. Continue on. Alessandro Manio now, with a chance. Whips one in. Tossin! In the end, it finds Jean Todd. And the two boys that have been partnering together for a few years now here at METZ. A partnership that we hope brought us to Champions League and hasn't. Does bluster again, and it is 2-0. And we have got ourselves another set-piece goal, which is always nice to see. Manio over good ball in. And Tossin heads into Todd, who's not missing from there once the keeper's missed the header back across. And that should be all she wrote, and that should be us done and dusted. With that in mind, I'm just going to move... Who's fit here? Bailey Wright is, and he can technically play on the left. I think what I'm going to do is just do that. And just get White in there. That looks a bit like asymmetric. Don't really care. That was fine. And yeah, look, Bailey Wright's got some legs. He can play. It highlights him to a few clubs that are interested in him as well. He's very decent. We signed him on a free. The idea was to sign him to sell, so hopefully he does. Anyway, it's a good ball out to Gareth. If he's onside, it's going to count. I just don't know if he was. Apparently it is, and it is going to be 3-0. Gareth, who obviously saw last episode get some big money for Spurs, but we rejected. In the end, they came back for 60 million, non-negotiable, said no. Gets it there, past the keeper, just what he does. He's got that 18 pace and that 15 finishing, and he's really good as a backup, and we're 3-0 and probably home and hosed. In terms of people that I am going to rest here, Niles is another one. I'm going to bring in... who's the fitter one out of the lot here? Jack Foster's looking pretty good in terms of fitness. Daniel Santoro is another one. I might do that. I'm actually going to do that. Andre Martins actually is a deeper line playmaker, is actually really good. So I'm going to do that. And there we go. Confirm that change and play. Daniel's just got enough fitness about him to last this. The rest of the boys are going to get a rest here. We're 3-0 up and it should be game over. Mr. Shadow needs 3 goals in 10 minutes to be right. I hope, for your sake, Rodsy, I hope you are. Hope we score 3 goals just for you. And I bring Guido there in the Sandy. Roberto finds Dos Santos. And his ball goes all the way back to the keeper. Well, if that's happening, Mr. Shadow, you're on for 6-0. I can't commentate that. It's just madness from Dos Santos. He's missed an 18-metre pass, basically, hasn't he? Might even be less than 18 metres, just inside the box. It's about 18. It's 18 metres on the dot. 18 yards, I should say. Yeah. Right, 4-0. It's a great finish from the lad. We'll give him that. It's bottom bins. Great. 4-0 to the good. We're looking good. Can we make it 5 before not too long? Here we go. It's a corner. Trincao with the ball. Gareth heads over. We probably had to score to give Rodsy's prediction a chance. 88 minutes played. Boys are looking very legless. Bottom corner, born finisher. Yeah. Get him out from centre back. Get him up front, CEC. That's what you should be doing. Anyway, there's about a few minutes left. Maury comes and claims bravely at feet. It's a great claim. He's got that great command of area. He's good at that. Apart from being only 181 centimetres. Santoro, though, picks it up from deep. Still with it. Beats another. Still going, Mr. Santoro. Daniel, what a run. That's going to be a send-off. That's a great run from Santoro. And he's already been booked. They're down to 10. It is all gone wrong here for CEC in the second half after a good first half showing. We are through to the semi-final of the Club World Cup, who I don't know who we're going to get. Hopefully avoid Liverpool and play them in the final. It'd be a slugfest. Anyway, Tossin, Savas, Aaron. I would imagine this is game. It is. We do win 4-0, and there we go. It's a good win, boys. Well done. And the lads done well. We have the semi-final on the Wednesday. I am going to... we are guaranteed now also making the third place playoff, which you will see here as well. Deserves a lot of credit. Code of conduct, sure. Confirm it. Don't really care. Beto played superb. We'll give him a bit of praise. In terms of that, we are going to play either Milan or SPO. It's probably going to be Milan. With how good Milan are, we have some history. Milan have grown into this powerhouse in the save, right? With the history we have, we actually have a very poor record against Milan. I'm hoping somehow SPO get through. I've edited the intro and lowered the volume. Nice. Mr. Shadow or Rodsy's trying to make an intro for this too. Extra time they needed, which is really good because their fitness should be shot. In the end, the Ecuadorian Jose scored. Jose went there very cheap as well. Someone I did look at, but we didn't really need. So we got Milan in the semi. If we view the draw, the other semi is going to be Inter Chelsea versus FLA or Liverpool. So it's probably going to be an all-English affair versus... We don't know, FLA won the last time. Versus either an Italian or a French side who we got. So we have them in 4 days' time. What I am going to do is I am going to actually rest the boys here for a couple days just to make sure the fitness does get back up as well. You will see a full strength side for the Milan game. When is the final though? The final's in the Sunday, so probably got enough break there to rest some people. I don't have a friendly against Philadelphia. They're going to be absolutely gone for that game. But oh well. Anyhow, YouTube. I'll see you guys in just a second for that Milan game. Don't go anywhere. I'll be here just like that. I just said, YouTube, that it's going to be Chelsea, Liverpool one semi-final. We're going to play Milan in the other. It's going to be out of 2 English sides and a French and an English side, or there's an English side and an Italian side to get through. As you can tell, I'm a bit speechless. I just watched Int and then watched Flamingo knock out the 2 best teams in England out. Just watched Int knock out the best team in the world in Chelsea, and just watched Flamingo beat Liverpool in extra time. So, no matter what, whoever wins out of me and Milan are going to be playing a Brazilian side in the final. What a time it could be to win the Club World Cup. It has to be said, Flamingo have knocked out Real Madrid as well. Flamingo could just be an unreal side in Brazil we have not seen. Whoever we get, if we get to the final, we play Flamingo or Int, I'm going to go through their squad because how they've done this is next level. And it'll be very interesting to see who wins that semi-final to make the final as well. But we'll be back with our game against Milan. Welcome back, boys. It is now time to play Milan for a spot in the Club World Cup final. We have some history against Milan. We obviously have been humiliated by Milan in recent years, who have got such a strong side. They've got Milico there, Vincenzo, who is superb. And they have got some players here that just are really good. Issa Diop obviously is very good. Gianluigi Donnarumma is one of the best keepers in the world in FM. Fernandez still there. But yeah, you got Stefano Marin, who is a decent 19-year-old prospect that I've been looking at. I think he's pretty decent. But yeah, this 4-4-2 has always done a head in. Jose went there as a young kid for 3.8 million. He's been superb for them as well. So they have a squad. Rafael Brito has scored goals past me in the past. The Portuguese fullback Luis Pasqueta's obviously there. Josep Brecalao, who's absolutely sensational. Elite wingers there. They've got quite the squad is what they have. So it'd be interesting to see how we go against them. It's a bit of a grudge match, this one here. We have got, obviously, Flamingo playing Int in the other game, which is very interesting to see what goes on there as well. Johnny Raz is back, obviously, as well. We are going to go full strength here, We're going to go with what we know, which is The boys that are our best 11 are going to go out there. Manio's going to play even though he's not 100% fit. Fabio Silva's going to come back in. Daniel Santoro will. Wam's going to come out for Moriba. We're going to get Adranzinho back in for Niles. Trincayo is going to come back out there for Mustafa Hadjic as well. And we are going to go with the full-strength side that we have available to ourselves. And everyone's fit and raring to go because they've obviously got the break from not playing against CEC. And then we've also got the ability here to be okay as well. Anyway, we got Mori, we got Raz, we got Daniel, we got Foster, we got Nori, Moriba, Adranzinho, Hadjic, Santoro, Manio, and Fabio Silva up top. Can we beat Milan? It'll be very interesting to find out, that is for sure. Can we do it? How are you, Mum?
Hi, what time do you have to be there?
7:30. Teams are warming up. And obviously go into that there. Keen to avenge what's happened to us here as well. And I am going to do that. I'm going to ask the assistant. And as the teams walk out, I'm going to quickly go and grab something that I've forgotten to grab. And there we are. It's a fine player too. And while the teams walk out, I want the score predictions. I'll be back in just a sec. Next door. 20 minutes played, still 0-0. Sorry about that, guys. I left my dog on the bed. Anyway, Manio there with the ball. Oh my, I don't know what's happened. Donnarumma, what a save. Well, that's a lot to unpack. That is a lot to unpack because I do not know what's going on there. Mr. Shadow reckons win 3-1. I don't know. I think if you're a betting man, I think you make Milan favourites for this. I don't know what's going on here, though. We are going to really slow this down to have a look. I'm going to move this to behind the goal as well. And we are just going to slow this one down because I do not know what has gone on here. So Manio's ball's come in. It's kind of deflected. Hit Donnarumma, hit the bar or the post. Donnarumma's made one of those saves that, not many keepers on FM make. Donnarumma's one, Edison, Allison. Yeah, it's one of those top-tier saves. It's one of those saves that seem to happen to Little Old Mess a lot in knockout stages of competitions, especially in and around Europe. Anyway, Diop, Donnarumma, Sarr, back into Donnarumma. His ball goes long. Can we win it here, Johnny? We do. And Adranzinho now finds Santoro, and away we go. His run is stopped, but falls to Moriba. Good ball. Fabio Silva's there. Donnarumma's beat. Fabio Silva in this competition has gone bang, and hopefully this is a sign of him going, okay, this is our year. I'm just going to put my foot down in the Champions League like I've done here in the Club World Cup, and we're going to be okay. What a goal from Fabio Silva. It's another one. Santoro doesn't beat his man, which barely happens, but it works out to our advantage. Great ball from Moriba, well weighted, and Fabio first time with his non-preferred left foot into the far corner. And Donnarumma's beat. We're 1-0 up, and we're dominating Milan. Usually Milan, it's the other way around. Milan just stifle us and hit us. This new MacArthur system's actually doing really well here at METZ as well, which is good. I know it's only the Club World Cup, but we seem to be controlling a lot more matches, which is good. Anyway, Manio's ball in. Daniel heads at goal and heads just wide. It is still going to be 1-0. 45 minutes played. We are, half a football away from being in the Club World Cup final. In the end, though, I'm really happy. I'm pleased with that. I'm going to start the second half, and away we go. 10 shots here in that first half. It's pretty good from us. Usually Milan dominate us, so it's nice to see. Anyway, Nori now with the ball. Inside finds Moriba. Moriba with a big ball out to Hadjic. Doesn't find him, and Daniel's committed and doesn't get there. And, Brett Kalo, this is where he's great. He's an elite winger. He knows how to run at people. This is typical Milan. In the end, Daniel does superb. Tracks back brilliantly. He is world-class himself. Moriba heads. Adranzinho now. Good ball into Santoro. And away we come on the break. Santoro beats a couple. From distance, he might go. He does, but straight at Donnarumma. And that is still going to be 1-0. 45 minutes played. It's going to be another highlight here, though. It is going to be Nori on this left-hand side. Finds Santoro. Beats a man. Come on, son. Goes for guy. That's poor. That is... Come on, mate. Damien, do you have any suggestions for teams to manage for me? So always a big question, isn't it, Mr. Shadow? It depends what you want at this stage of Football Manager. That's for sure. So, depending on what you want, I can then give suggestions on that. 60 minutes played. Hadzic's not obviously missed that open goal. Manio hasn't been fit. The goal is going to come in for Manio for that reason, because Manio's obviously had the injury dramas throughout the competition. And I think with that as well in mind, I am going to make only the one change with the game in the balance here. You know, it's a throw-in on this side. We haven't dominated the ball, but we've dominated chances, and hopefully we got another one here as Raz lomps one towards the back stick. In the end, it's kind of fallen to the goal going in, but it's a foul anyway on Fabio Silva. Everyone seemed to kind of stop, and the foul was given, and there we are. Hadzic still not having his best of game out there on that right-hand side. But I'm going to make the change now, and it's going to be Francisco because he's a big game player and he has scored big goals in the past, and one more goal here would give us probably enough of a lead. In the end, the free kick comes in and it falls to Milan still. It's a ball towards Brett Carlo at the back stick. Vincenzo straight up Mori. Great save from Mori, who kept his spot here over Oglev just because of the longevity that he has had here at METZ. And I'm going to give him the opportunity to win this Club World Cup with his own two hands. And in the end, he finds Jack Foster, who gets on the ball and finds Adranzinho. With Gilda building up, Santoro now. Hadzic in a lot of space. In the end, was ignored. Santoro running with it, still going. Runs into a bit of a cul-de-sac, but finds his way out. And Johnny Raz now finds Moriba. Back into Moriba again. Fabio. The overlap for Nori was on. In the end, ignored. Legol now. Moriba. There's Nori now. Well probed. Numbers are there in the box. Nori with a good ball back into Legol. He can cut one here. Top of the box. He doesn't. Falls to Fabio Silva's efforts blocked. In the end, it's cleared. Milan get away with it just. If we were a little bit cleaner, there's definitely boys in the box waiting, and it just wasn't clean from ourselves. And if we were to concede a late one now, it's only ourselves to blame. We've had our moments here to really put this game to bed. 86 minutes played. I am going to go into the tactic screen. We are going to make our final change here, and it is going to be for... It's going to be Centauri into here. Adranzinho back a line into a anchor man on defend, and I am going to move in one Gomila just as Mazzala on support. And there we go, like for like. 88 minutes played, 1-0 to the good. Hopefully this game ticks away. I'm not going to go defensive because last time I did that we got bit in the bum by Milan as well. That happened a long time ago. In the end we don't need to. The game ticks away. We did enough in this game here to win this, but we should have won it by more than one. In the end, we win 1-0. We're through to the Club World Cup final. Congratulations. It's all going to depend on what happens between Int and Flamingo. And does International Flamingo make it through to the final? Who knows? We will do this one quickly. I'm delighted. Mori's a top quality goalkeeper. Brilliant. There we go. And it's going to be Int or Flamingo in this game here. We can't watch it because we obviously played on the same day. But we're definitely going to hopefully find ourselves in the final against a Brazilian side. I can guarantee that. Big game here. I would imagine Flamingo on paper gets past them, but I wouldn't have a clue because both are just going on crazy giant killing runs to be here. Int just said nah. Ben Hur's there. Ben Hur's someone I nearly signed a long time ago. Ben Hur is like next level, the Brazilian winger. I nearly signed him many times from BHA. I just never did because I've always had wingers. But yeah, he's very all-rounded. He's very good at what he does. But yeah, Int just goes bang. I'm guessing Int must have won it last year in Brazil. They finished second. Their best player is this guy, Zen. He's a decent centre-back at 26. He hasn't played for Argentina. I'm going to fully scout both teams. That is for sure. In just a little bit as well. But yeah, we are through to the final. And next time we see each other, it's going to be ourselves and it's going to be Int in the final. Can we get through them? Can we beat the giant killers in International? We'll find out in just a second. Welcome back, YouTube. It is the final of the Club World Cup, and we do have International in that said final. If you can see here, and you go to the third place playoff, Flamengo beat Milan in the shootout. So the Brazilian sides have done really well here. They're going to finish third and going to either finish second or first. If we were to lose, obviously, to Int, they would win the competition. It's the final. But yeah, obviously, it's been a great campaign for us. One sour note is Daniel Serrata is unfortunately suspended for this one here, which is a bit of a shame, but not much you can do. With that in mind, I'm just going to bring club captain Tossin in like for like. I could play probably Jean Todd. He's probably the smarter thing to play Jean Todd. But Tossin, at his stage of his career, he's getting a bit older. It's a great competition for him to win. He's club captain. He will go out there and play alongside his English partner in Foster. Murray, I'm going to give the opportunity to win the Club World Cup with his own hands as well. Johnny Raz, Nori, Moriba, Adranzinho, Hadzic, Centauro, Manio, and Silva. It is as full strength as it comes, ladies and gentlemen, apart from Daniel missing out. And hopefully we're good enough to beat a very strong international side. I'm actually going to go through their side now because I'm very interested to see what they have done here and how they've got this squad looking. Ben Hur is their club captain, is someone I do know because I've nearly signed him. But yeah, they've got a keeper, the Brazilian Jefferson, who looks pretty decent. He's okay, he's not great. Paladolina is, yet again, very quick fullback, something that definitely could trouble you. I think for Brazil, they have a very good squad. Ruiz should have played for Argentina by now. He actually has. There we go. I thought he hasn't. But yeah, there we go. They've got Daniel Gomez, who's on international duty on the other side, the Mexican. Very pacey fullback that can play at centre-back. They've got Vitongi in there as well. They've got Daniel, who is a real-life player. There you go. Alan Anz is a 24-year-old region. He actually looks pretty smartly. He's very all-round. He's very good, got good speed. He's decent. Definitely, Philippe Gabriel was definitely up there with their best player. I think he's sensational. And there's definitely should probably be at a bigger club than where he is. And you do obviously have Ben Hur playing centrally, who I think is better as a winger. He's always been a winger. I've always looked at him and then always said no because I've just got wingers. But yeah, he is very well. I'm glad he's developed into a great player, did Ben Hur. Obviously, people that have watched Dr. Benji Saves know about Ben Hur's and how Dr. Benji's Ben Hur went around. We could have had our own Ben Hur as well. Luis on the other side looks okay, and their striker is Lille. Lille looks pretty decent, the 23-year-old as well. Like 17 finishing, 15 composure, great speed. Like they've got quite the squad. And yeah, so that's who they're starting with. They have a Ronaldo that's not registered, a 19-year-old Ronaldo winger. I'm going to scout him just because his name's Ronaldo, but I don't think he's going to be that great. But yeah, it's a Ronaldo. Going to go back to my team, make sure everything's all right here. Yes, it is. All right, we're away and we're underway. Come on, boys. Score prediction in the chat. Burger Breath reckons we win 5-0. Judging that International have knocked off some big teams that get here, and they beat Flamengo, who knocked off Chelsea. No, that knocked off Madrid. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Pretty much the team that we saw. I don't know if we looked at Goiba, but he's come in, the 22-year-old. He looks fantastic. He looks really good. Wanted at the moment by a handful of clubs, including Milan. You can see why, man. He looks very good with that 20 flair. And Mauricio is in on the other side as well, who I don't think we highlighted either. Anyone else? Togni we did. I think that's pretty much it. The rest of the team is in there. It's a very, very strong side, is that International side. Shadow Reaper reckons we're going to win 4-1. Who knows? We're going to go on a good run, and I'm going to have faith in the boys as well. And yeah, going to have the Ask the Assistant, and we're going to go into there. And look, lads, let's just hope that none of our bad luck that happens in Champions Leagues come here into the Club World Cup. This is a competition I want to win. It would be just the meme of the save that we can't win the Champions League. We get FM'd or whatever in the Champions League. We're going to go and knock City out of the Club World Cup. We're going to avoid all the dark horses and all everybody like that. And we're just going to go through, waltz in, and win this competition easy. I had to find their weakness. He's a fine player, but I'm confident in our abilities too. Hopefully, Manio can keep his form going, and Gubio's looked sensational. And yeah, all right, boys. It's us in the black. It's them in the white. Can we go out and do a job? Early highlight inside a minute. Johnny Raz finds Santoro. Johnny Raz now puts a ball in. Fabio Silva knocks down. Santoro now cuts about to Johnny Raz. Keeping it well here. Probing the space. Adronzinho. And in the end, keeps it just about. Picks it up. Finds Santoro. Knows how to hit him on his left peg. And he does. Oh, my. I thought he scored. I was getting ready to give it the good old, Santorio. But instead, he's hit the bar. And it's a highlight straight away. And Johnny Raz finds Mustafa Hadzic. The boys look up for this couple minutes in. Hadzic running at men. Still going. Finds Moribo. Sits in. That's a good ball over towards Manio. But just didn't put enough on it. Falls on Nori though. He puts it in. Fabio Silva with the header. He's hit the post as well. Inside the first 2 minutes, we've had 2 chances. Crack the woodwork. And it is 0-0. Highlight again. Jefferson goes long. Manio does well. Fabio Silva picks it up. Holds it up. Finds Jack Foster. Nori in space and finds him. Knocks down into Manio. Puts the afterburners on. Finds Nori. Manio again. Does well enough. Moriba now. Has got options either side. Adranzino Santoro now. Finds Hadzic. His ball to Johnny Raz. Good ball through. Santoro's made a great run in the end. It's Jefferson with a good save. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. Great ball movement there from little old Mess. Unfortunately, though, no goal to show for it. It was a great move. In the end, 10 minutes play, we've dominated the opening exchange here of the Club World Cup final. But for ourselves, it's still only 0-0. And still 0-0 after 20. We're keeping the ball sensational. We are dominating this game. But we're just not putting it away on the score sheet, and you just you know we've been FM'd enough in this save to kind of know that you just want that goal, just to know that you can feel a bit safer. As Mariba picks it up and puts a ball in there, Fabio Silva heads over. It's another chance going begging, boys. It's another chance going begging. 70% of the ball and dominating. And it is still 0-0. International getting what they want, which is a clean sheet at the moment, and pushing us all the way. In the end, though, time ticking. Is there a goal right before half-time here? 70% of the ball, 14 chances. Answer is no. Half-time 0-0. Interesting. Going to get aggressive. Tell them I'm far from pleased. Start the second half. We need a goal, and we need it not before time. Guess what has returned? Hit not just mess. My dim sim has as well. How are you, my dim? Anyway, we're going to get creative here. Come on, boys. 60 minutes played. We are struggling. For the first time in this competition, we've struggled to put chances away, hey? With that in mind, what are we going to do? Fabio Silva's been in good goal-scoring form. Daniel's not having his best of game. Andre Martins loves a big game. I'm going to go like for like in there. And I think Juan Gomila is going to come in for Adranzinho. And I'm going to go... Actually, you know what? No, Niles is creative and does really well. Got to back him in, Niles. Fabio's actually scored 5 goals in this competition by Dim Sim in 4 games. So I'm hoping he scores here. Anyway, highlight. It is Togni, though. And it's a chance maybe to go long. They've got pace. They've got Leolo who's really quick and he's in here. And we need Mori to make a big save. He does indeed. In the end, we've done all right. Other teams undefeated in overtime. Yeah, well, this is interesting. International have done well. They've knocked out a couple of big boys to get here to the final. And here we go. They obviously... I can't remember if they were the ones that knocked off... I think they knocked off Chelsea 3-1. And they knocked off... don't know who else they knocked off. I know Flamingo knocked off Liverpool and Madrid and they knocked off them. So, yeah. But at the moment, it is not happening out there at all. Not a change to make often, but Manio's had a really quiet one. Legol is very good at what he does, and he's got to get out there. He's a very confident winger. I'm going to do that as well. And there is 3 changes made. It is not happening at the moment. I'm going to tell us get creative here with 10 minutes to go. It's been very nervy. Very nervy indeed. We're launching towards extra time here. Is there a moment? 66% of the ball. We have done everything but score. And here we go. We're going into extra time. Wow. Going to get aggressive. This is typical mess. This is typical mess. Dominated game, can't score a goal. Conceded in extra time, game over. Anyway, tossing. 500 on your ads. Back into tossing. Andre Martins now. Great pitch over to Legol. He's quick and he knows how to beat a man, and he does. And he gets there. Legol beats a couple in the end. It's just wide, and it's going to be 0-0. He should have cut it. It is not happening at the moment. At all. 98 minutes played. Still 0-0. Come on, boys. Going to go a bit more attacking and really try to... I want to avoid a shootout if I can. Can I make another change because it's extra time? Because that doesn't happen in this competition. Yep, I can do it. Beautiful. Juan Gomila is going to come in for Mariba as well. Bit more pace from the middle of the park. Time is ticking. Should have probably done the demand more. It is not happening. Highlight. We're doing it the hard way if we do it. Gomila, Nori. Come on, son. Doesn't win it. Picked off though by him. He's done well in the counter-pressing moment. Cuts it. Juan Gomila. Ball in. Fabio, he was pushed, referee. Is he going to give it? Fabio Silva from the spot to win us the Club World Cup. Can he do it? Fabio versus Jefferson. Fabio, come on, son. We're 1-0 up, finally, in the Club World Cup final. We have absolutely battered International, but we are 1-0 to the good. And they have only got 5 minutes, 4 minutes plus stoppage to get a goal back, to get back into this final. I'm going to move us straight back into positive. I'm not going to go defensive. We've dominated this game. I'm not going to go defensive because I don't want to give them time to go. They've changed their system, which is pretty smart of them. Highlight here again. Into Martins. Ball in towards Fabio. Doesn't find it. Guiba. If they hit us on the break, though, I'll be livid. That's not going to be anything there. Nori's ball in towards Fabio. Doesn't find anyone. Jefferson picks it up. Here we go. Come on, boys. Jefferson now. Goes long. Can we win it? Johnny Raz does. Hadzic. Enough men forward here. Good ball over to Legal. Off the bench to kill the game off. Goes for goal straight at Jefferson. It's another one of those moments that really should have been a bit of a better moment, and it hasn't happened. And in the end, Jefferson now goes long. Can we get up here? Tossin does enough. Hadzic gets on it. The longer this goes like this highlight, the less time they're going to have the score. Gamil finds Johnny Raz. Into Andre Martins. Finds Hadzic now. It's a good move again from us. We hit the woodwork twice in the first 10 minutes of this game. You've got to remember that. It could have been a different story. Hadzic picks it up. Johnny Raz now. It was tackled. Referee says nothing untoward was there. No foul somehow. And they're going to have about 20 seconds here, International, to go coast to coast and win the final. In the end, though, Niles does well and wins a free kick. And I'm going to tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a mess win here in the Club World Cup final. We're going to win the competition. It's good to see. Johnny Raz in the end was pushed. Doesn't mind. Other way around. Johnny Raz did push. But we do win the Club World Cup. We did it the hard way. We dominated International. But to their credit, they stood strong, and we did win 1-0. It has to be said, the Brazilian sides, Flamengo, who obviously beat Milan in the third place playoff as well, in International, have been brilliant in this competition, but they just don't do enough here, and we do win the Club World Cup as well. It's nice to get home. It's nice not to be FM'd in a big game as well, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come. The first proper episode of us being back with, Mess returning. You have the new intro, you have the new outro done by Rodzi now as well. And it's just the hallmark of us being back. And it's good to say that we're back. We're back with the Club World Cup final and a win. It is actually the episode after, but you know what I mean. It's 2 episodes combined, split in half. Anyhow, we're 1-0 winners, and I'm very happy with that. I'm going to get into the dressing room. No, we are the champions of that. It's not the Champions League. We're not going to go nutters. But it's nice to win a competition that doesn't come around along at as well. We obviously got through a tough group. We got through on goal difference and needed a 93rd minute Fabio goal to get through Manchester City last episode. And then obviously since then, we have kind of just gone on this run of form, and it's been brilliant. To recap, we beat New York 3-0. New York then lost to City 3-1. We then dominated City for the first 30 minutes. They came back into it. They went ahead, and then Fabio scored in the 93rd minute in a very nice goal. We beat CEC, a Brazilian side, 4-0. We then beat Milan 1-0 in a game we dominated and didn't absolutely do. And we beat International in the final. Obviously, you just saw that in extra time. From Damo and everybody else here, off to Rodsy's new outro as well for Mess. Links down below. Like, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff as well, ladies and gentlemen. Mess is back. If you're excited, give it a like, and I'll see you next time for what will be the Champions League group stage draw and probably the Champions League group stage.